Mehryn, in the words of Bill O'Reilly, we're live.
We're live.
We're
Happy
live.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
What a week.
It's been a crazy week. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, but we're here. We're here on talking selling Teams rooms. We're going to talk a little bit outside of the box, outside of Teams rooms and things this week, because there was a whole bunch that happened. But I think it's really important to sort of note one thing that happened this week, Mehryn. Did you take a selfie?
I know if you took a selfie, we knew you were at the boot camp, but if you didn't take a selfie, were you actually there? Did you attend? How would we know, right?
How would we know? And I want to thank everybody that came out. Yes, there was a boot camp this week. If you did not attend the boot camp, these recordings will be up. I want to continue this a little bit too, Mehryn. I want people to actually take and show that they're watching the recordings of the boot camp, and let's see who's got the best background.
Yeah, everybody was commenting on the cool equipment people had and how clean their desks were. I had my dog with me training, so
and then we had pictures from the boot camp and Beef and everybody else that was out there excited. It was a spectacular amount of technical data, a whole bunch of things on the line. So great things. If you did not catch this one, there's also one that's happening in Asia as well. Higgsy and Prashant and others will be there to go ahead and present. It's an important thing to actually upskill your levels and make sure that you're doing technical things. And I think we hit the nail on the head. We brought a lot of technical details to this boot camp.
I've got to say, like, hats off to everybody that presented. That was the best boot camp I have ever attended by far. I learned a lot, and I think a lot of us that are, watching right now, let us know your thoughts, what you thought if you attended. But me personally, I mean, we talk about Teams rooms day in, day out, and I think we all learned something new. I thought it was fantastic. So well done. Pat yourself on the back, Jimmy. I know we've got a lot in the chat that would say the same.
If anybody thinks I'm reading speaker notes, there's no chance Jimmy's reading speaker notes. It's outside of the box for that. But make sure you sign up if you have not for the boot camp over in Asia. Mehryn, other big news. Again, we can't talk about Teams without talking about Teams rooms without talking about Teams. But there's early access to CoPilot. You and I have been using this for a little while. It's unbelievable.
It's amazing. I was telling Jimmy before we started the show, like, there is no turning back. Like, I can't imagine my life without it anywhere. It's actually like amazing. And so if you don't have access to this, I know that we've got a lot of fans of Microsoft that are watching us every Friday. Like, I would campaign heavily to try to get into this early access program because it is fantastic.
Yeah, and customer feedback has been tremendous. We know that there's things that do need to be worked on and do need to be improved, but 100%, like you said, I mean, just seeing it in its infancy is really, really exciting. And seeing CoPilot even to other Microsoft applications. And yes, Mikkel, it is CoPilot, CoPilot. But CoPilot in Whiteboard, in all of the different things. You can see Ian's Twitter link down there. He's actually got GIFs that show how Whiteboard is going to be so much improved. And when you talk about Whiteboard, Mehryn, where are you doing a Whiteboard?
It's easiest in a Teams rooms for sure. And that it's a follow me Friday. If you're on Twitter, that is definitely somebody that I clicked and followed. These videos walk you through. It is amazing how it helps organize the sticky notes. It suggests topics. For me, I think I started playing with Whiteboard a little bit more in the past, I'd say 6 months to a year. And we are using it often. It's in the share tray in your Teams meeting. It is awesome. So check it out. Yeah,
really, really cool. And your favorite topic, Mehryn, a new one this week.
Yeah, and so in previous years, Work Trend Index, if you're not familiar with it, it's a survey of thousands of users, and it just landed on the 9th. So we usually do 1 or 2 big studies a year. This is our 2023 Work Trend Index. And obviously, what did Jimmy and I talk a lot about every single week? It's all about AI and how it's going to impact how we work. So some really good numbers. I know you broke it out in here, but some amazing topics. Yeah, set aside like 30 minutes at least to really dive in here and understand.
Yeah, I think we've got to sort of break this out a little bit, because while we talk about the Work Trend Index for the last year that happened in 2022, 2023's Work Trend Index is really, really important. And Satya is looking at it and saying, will AI fix work? Not will this actually fix something, will it fix the way that we work and the way that we do things? And employees really need to understand their AI aptitude and all of the different tools that will actually help you work and help this new generation sort of bring in. And AI brings a tremendous opportunity. Even on LinkedIn this morning, I was talking about people that used to see cell phones and say, well, I don't know why I need all of those things. I just need this to make a call. And now what is it? It's everything inside of your pocket. So there's a lot of things to understand. But Satya has a quote on it. Also, we took this, Mehryn, out of the Work Trend Index as well.
Yeah, and I think one of the quotes, a new phrase was digital debt. I don't know if you caught it in the last slide, where it's things like meetings and emails and all this, what they say, drudgery that's weighing us down, where we don't actually have time to be creative because we're doing all these things that are considered busy work, catching up on just stuff that keeps us busy. So it does walk through a lot of different areas that, at least for me, like I'm using CoPilot to help draft emails. You know, sometimes where you're just staring like, does that word look right? Like it'll give you suggestions on how to craft that email communication. I mean, why not use tools like that? And I could move on to other tasks, right?
It's amazing. And that's one of the obstacles to the productivity side is just feeling uninspired, not able to actually come up with the right words, and having some tool like AI actually jump in and do it for you. But that goes towards another piece in the Work Trend Index is every employee needs that AI aptitude. We already know about people that don't have the right capabilities to get their work done. There are people that struggle with the ability to actually do their tasks, and AI opened up new paths and new learnings for them so that they can actually accomplish what is expected from them every day at work.
Yeah, and there's certain areas like for me, I would consider myself maybe a PowerPoint queen. You're really good at it too, but it'll give you suggestions in PowerPoint. What I'm waiting for is Excel. I know Amanda's in the chat here. Like I need CoPilot for Excel to drop in those formulas, the VLOOKUPs, all those different things. I think there's a lot of areas where this just up levels you. Instead of spending 30, 40 minutes just trying to train yourself on those back office things, it'll give you suggestions on how to do it better. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and our friend Jared Sprataro actually wrote a nice LinkedIn post that actually linked to a New York Times article that actually had about some of the challenges as we go back to work and the challenges with young professionals at this point in time.
Yeah, so it actually gave the example of an engineer, like a junior engineer, having to work remote for the last 2 or 3 years and just not having the feedback or that in-person guidance. She talked to her boss once a day. And that was her one bit of feedback. And now being in the office with other senior engineers, she has consistent amount of feedback. But it talks through in Jared's article, like how to combine the two worlds for best in class working experience. So it's definitely having an impact on different levels of employees too in their growth path. So I thought it was just interesting. I had to re-up my New York Times subscription when I went to access the article, but always really good stuff there when Jared shares it. So
yeah, and important to have that plan when you go back to work so that you do have this, because hybrid is here to stay. We know that, and the work area may change. Also, Mehryn, we have a new blog post about establishing seamless and secure collaboration across organizations with Microsoft Teams. This came up during the bootcamp. We showed you how to do this inside of PowerShell, how to actually accept meetings so that if you get an invitation from an outside organization and forward it to a Teams room, all of that information is on the Teams room for the join button. Now you can look at this because organizations are going to look to us and say, hey, I'm not getting this join button. Well, it came from an outside organization. Understanding where shared channels works, where business-to-business collaboration and guest access, and even anonymous participation work. All of that is important to understand. A great blog post to reference as well.
And side note, Jimmy,
didn't mean to cut you off, Mehryn.
No, it's okay. I was going to say, you showing that live in the boot camp, the PowerShell, and walking people through, like that was brilliant. So good job on that too. But awesome. Upcoming events.
Awesome. And talking about boot camps, if you did not attend the boot camp, please make sure to sign up for the Asia Pacific event that's actually going on over in their time zone. It's going to be recreated with our friends Higgsy and Prashant and everybody else over there. So after that, we'll post actually recordings and everything else, because Mehryn, we're going to have a badge again this year, and it's going to be a difficult badge. I'm just telling you, if you don't know PowerShell, you might be a little bit challenged with it. So 100%. And I want to thank our friends from Logitech. The next few slides, we've got our friends from Logitech who actually provided the slides for us. You know, Mehryn, I'm tired. I'm exhausted, and it's great to have people that actually give us content for the show.
It's so funny that you say you're tired, but you come across like super energetic. You wouldn't know it, Jimmy. I think we're all tired. But for those of you in the chat, if you have anything upcoming, it's a reminder, please send us your content. We want to share it. This is a community. Jimmy and I are just trying to amplify what you have going on. So make sure you share it with us. We're excited to do that for Logitech here. And this is actually really exciting. If you did not go to ISE, this is amazing. For me, I thought it was fantastic. It's a bit visionary. It's a Logitech showing their Project Ghost. Sounds super secretive, but it's a phone booth style that they worked with Steelcase on. So it kind of brings Teams rooms into a phone booth, and it really feels like almost like a hologram in a way, but it's not. It's super cool. Worth checking out.
Yeah, really cool and really great to see Logitech actually doing some new things outside of the box and sort of bringing things. I'm also going to be doing a speaking session, the Technical Academy for Logitech on Monday. Hopefully I can get Michelle, but myself and McKelly will be there to actually bring you Teams rooms. If you saw things on the bootcamp, you want to come and ask questions, or if you want to ask specific things to Logitech, all people will be at this event. Make sure you register. I'm happy to see everybody there on Monday. And we also have our friend Mark Hodge, Mehryn, out in St. Louis this week, next week.
He does a great job. If you've not seen Mark Hodge, he's one of our GBB, which we call Global Black Belt, super skilled and technical, and can walk you through all things Teams rooms and Surface Hubs. So definitely do not want to miss that if you're local to that area.
Yeah, great. And also, there is a Logitech event where they will actually be debuting new MTR devices and new devices. May 24th, Mehryn, that's not too far away. Spring release. Our friends Henry and Scott and everybody else will be there to actually show you what they've done and what they're innovating on.
Yeah, 3 new devices. So I will not miss that. I'm a big hardware person. I always get excited when we have new certified devices. So I will not be missing that. I'm excited.
Yeah. And Mehryn, that was 12 minutes. Not bad for us going out and having Michael not here. Michael, we hope that you're feeling better. I hope that everybody has a great weekend. And again, make sure if you're seeing the recordings of the boot camp, post them on LinkedIn. It's if you don't post a selfie, you weren't there, Mehryn.
You weren't there. You got to post it. So if you haven't done it, I'm going to try to attend Asia because I missed a segment of it. And I think the recordings will be up probably in a month. We got to do some video editing, but if you missed it, you're not going to get the recording for a month. So try to attend Asia if you want. Yeah,
absolutely. And everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good one.